Yes, I remember what I was trying to say. So, this church here is so beautiful. Um, I've wanted to cry so far on the trip, but I can't. And I think the thing is, when you undergo these hard physical challenges, your body toughens up, and what happens to you physically also trickles down into your emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies. And I had the same experience in India in 2007. Like, there was a part of me at one point that wanted to cry, and I couldn't do it, because it's like all that yoga and meditation just toughened me up. Not like the point to where there was an iron rod in my chest, but it just made you tough. It made you accept certain things, and it just, kept you moving into the future toward a better, a healthier life and things like that. And that, I think, is so symbolic to this experience. I mean, I had a fractured toe on my left side of the body. That's the feminine side of the body. The right side of the body is the masculine. I fractured the toe that was next to my big toe, and that symbolically is indicative of your higher spirit. And I think in the summertime, because I've never online dated, I've never done it, but I thought, I met some people naturally, and I went on a date or two or whatever, and they just lasted for, that moment, because they texted dirty stuff, and I'm not that type of person, but I was like, okay, well, this obviously isn't happening. But it's like I started to kind of lose myself. It's because a lot of these people had their priorities a little differently. Like, they wanted to smoke marijuana, they were into different stuff, that open relationships, things that I'm not into. I'm just really old school and old fashioned. And anyways, I fractured that toe, and I was like, I needed to get back to myself. And that's what is happening here. And with this being a medieval pilgrimage that has its roots to Christianity and Christ, washing people's feet, it's just so symbolic that you're walking forward on this journey that you don't know what it will bring, good or bad, and you don't know if you don't know how physically demanding this can be. I guess what I'm trying to get at here is that I've noticed my body is recalibrating. The first 2 days, I was so bloody hungry because I had like 20 to 25 pounds on my back. Obviously, I don't walk like that in Seattle, but I do have crop science signs of Christ. Looks like hopefully not pesticides, probably is. I walk with like a laptop, which is like 8 pounds around Seattle on top of my lunch and water. So I'd walk around with like 10 to 12 pounds on my back. But my body now, it's like I'm not overly starving. I have adequate amount of water. I'm not dying of thirst. My physical pain has leveled out. Everything is recalibrating physically, and I think that's happened to me on that emotional, mental level. So obviously this is toughening me up in a lot of ways, of carrying this heavy bag in this, warmer climate. It's been mid-70s. It was 78 degrees the other day, which is pretty hot for being October 22nd. A lot of the locals said this is extremely hot and very, very rare for this time of year, because usually it would be probably mid 60s, low 60s is the high, and the low 53. So I guess my point is, as much as at points I've wanted to cry, I can't do it, because it's you've been there, you've grieved it, you've done it. I've moved on. Honestly, I have. And anything that's happened in my past, I've done this 90 times in the last year. I forgave, I blessed. And at some point you got to let go. And I had to let go of some weight. I had to rip out some pages out of a book. I had to leave some shoes and shit behind. And you have to let go of the places that you love. Last night I got the best sleep in the world. You know, the town rooster woke me up at 4:55 a.m. and then the church bells went off at 5 a.m. I did fall asleep after that, but you have to let go of like these little quintas and places and natural spots that you love. You have to let go of the people. Like, we're all here on our own journey, and so as much as you love spending time with some of the fellow travelers, they have their own goal and destination and their own date of going to Santiago. So you might spend an hour with them, you might spend 3 days, or the entire trip. You just don't know. So yeah, I guess those are just some thoughts. And this marine layer and the way the light is shining in this morning is absolutely exquisite, and I feel like each and every day it gets better and better, and it will be very, very interesting to see what Galicia looks like once I get there in a few days. But anyways, hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for listening. Speak soon. Bye.